Pachi.
Oh,
Good evening, afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Twitch channel / YouTube. Are we live on YouTube? Yes, we are. We're so back, are we though?
It's only been like 5 years.
Welcome to session 13 of D&D. Introductions. JD, go.
Hi, my name is JD or Jdario. I am a shrimp VTuber who streams just a variety of stuff. Been doing crochet recently, art. I'm playing a Furbolg rogue named Zephyr. Generally, he's somewhat sensible. He's honest. He's a nature lover. And yeah, that's me.
Okay, cutie, go.
Yeah, I'm Gally. I play Gordon. Gordon does things.
Like what?
Almost die.
Oh.
But maybe this time he'll die.
Oh. Okay, Ace.
hi. I'm Ace. I do metal stuff, and I'm Wayug. I'm Mr. Turtle Guy. This may be the last you see of us.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh dear.
I don't know for sure, but
What's
I have
happening?
a feeling we're gonna die soon.
Just don't die.
And I am Chu. Do you guys remember me?
No.
No.
Oh.
Sometimes.
It's okay. Oh, not the who's. How does everyone sound? Does everyone sound okay? Sound check? Can we get a sound check? You should be able to hear everyone and also the background music. Sounds good. All right, let's do what we usually do. Let's do a full recap of the entire campaign so far. Since it's been
Is that what we normally do?
well, it's been a while. So normally after it's been a while, we gotta do one of these, okay? So go. Let's get a recap.
We crash landed onto island.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And then what?
Yep.
So we three crashed onto this island, Churik, and so we decided to venture out and see if we can find out why or how we crash landed. As we traveled, we stumbled on a couple different cities, different people, and in the first city that we landed in, we were tasked with delivering herbs to this place called the capital. It is there that we found out that the person we were delivering it to was the queen, the new queen of Churik. And so for delivering those herbs, we were crowned kind of like her special adventurers. But yeah, after we did that first quest, we did a couple of different other quests. We went to fetch water for this warlock from this mystical waterfall. On the way, we found these cats this one cat who was pregnant and was cursed. But it was fine because we cleansed the cat in the mystical waterfall, and it gave birth somewhere along the line. And then the cats got attacked or kidnapped. We fought off a slime monster to rescue them back. And then we made it back to the capital safely with the cats and the water that we were supposed to obtain for the warlock. After that, we took on night duty for the queen. The first night that we took on night duty, we broke into a vegan cafe where we found out there's some suspicious happenings going on. Basically, they were selling and trafficking human meat. And so we reported that, but kind of got in a little bit of trouble.
No,
And,
we didn't.
but we rescued a girl who potentially was going to become human meat. And then after that, we got a new quest to investigate the fishing hole where there have been reports of missing people. And that kind of brings us to where we are at now. There was a couple other things that I missed that I'm just realizing now, but everyone else can fill in the gaps.
Yeah. JD,
Yeah.
you're missing the part where you're the hero of Trek.
Oh
yeah, I realized that. I also forgot it last time we did this big recap. So basically, my character Zephyr pulled out the sword that was in the stone, and oh no, actually he didn't. Someone else.
I mean,
did.
technically he did.
And
Well,
Zephyr took the sword and was crowned the hero of Churik, which is like not even a big plot point anyways, so we can just skip over that.
Oh yeah.
And then also we had a little side quest where we were given this note that was written in a language that we couldn't decipher. We gave it to a Professor Worm, to decipher or decode, and he ran away with it. Or he claims it was lost, but he seems a little suspicious, if you're asking me.
And then I beat him up,
oh,
and he apparently didn't remember me or the note at all.
yeah,
And then
teacher
he, like,
harassed him.
Thanos snapped out of existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we didn't like comment on at all. But it's okay.
It's just really fast.
Yeah, normal things happen like that all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you guys would like to add in?
JD being hero of Trek is actually a big plot point. It's a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, it drives the entire story actually.
Mm-hmm.
The cats were given birth before they got kidnapped, just so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I got that
It's
mixed up.
kind of hard to kidnap cats that aren't born yet, but just so you know.
And Gordon keeps on
Trying
like-
to eat them.
trying to eat them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, also, we're the Furious 5 Plus.
Oh,
Just
are we?
to set that straight. Because we were originally the Furious 4 Plus, I think. And then I got really
That was the
confused.
very
along the
last thing
line.
that we did.
Should we go on to the last session?
Yeah,
recap?
what happened last session?
Okay, so last session, Gordon and Wei-Yug went to visit Professor Worm. Emo already said a bit on that, where they tried to persuade or like intimidate the professor to give back the note that we gave him. He tried to leave, but Wei-Yug trips him, and then he kind of has like an existential crisis. And then meanwhile, while that was happening, Zephyr was looking for the library and for more information on why the people have gone missing or if he could find any leads. He eventually stumbles on the library where he finds Deuce reading, and we find out that Deuce cannot read, which is a major plot point. And then Zephyr finds a couple books with some different information just on like the history of Churik, as well as some of the cities or the main cities in it. And then the Furious 5 regroup for night duty, and then at the start of night duty, they go to visit Valentine, who is the owner of Vegan Delights. And yeah, Gordon and Wei-Yug go talk to him, and they find out that he's actually a good guy, and that the queen had been forcing him to allow the human trafficking and meat trading to go on in his building.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah. And yeah, she has like an agenda to eradicate anything she deems sinful, according to Valentine. But yeah, the sun was beginning to set, so Valentine hurried us all out. And yeah, that ends off our last session.
And then at the very end of last session, you guys We're doing what?
Breaking into another house.
No.
Oh.
Heading to the fishing hole?
Yes.
Last time.
Yes. Okay, you guys all caught up? You got your memory all up to date? You guys know what you're doing?
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to Valentine.
No. You guys were
why not?
heading to the fishing hole. Well,
Mhm.
Gordon and Wade were talking to Valentine inside of the Lights while Zephyr was out in the alleyway hiding, I guess. And
I
then
was watching guard.
and then they came out, and then you guys regrouped, and you guys are heading towards the fishing hole. You guys remember
Yeah.
why you want to go to the fishing hole?
We're going back to see Valentine.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, we're gonna take him with us to the fishing hole.
You want to?
He's gonna disappear.
Arya, the captain of one of the captains of the Knights, tasked us with investigating the fishing hole and the weird disturbances that have been happening around the capital and Zurich.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we left off with you guys heading towards the fishing hole. Is that what you guys still want to do?
Yeah, let's go to the fishing hole.
Heading straight to the fishing hole?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me show off, guys. Since we didn't do a campaign when I got my stream deck, I have all my backgrounds set up, and they're like easy access now.
Wow.
Oh,
So I don't have to forget, because I always forget to
we're
change the scene.
teleporting.
Wow. Yeah,
So
our
what-
map.
Those are all just the flashbacks.
Oh crap!
that we
I
were
don't
just
have the
having.
map.
We have our map.
I have the map 40% done,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't even think I have the fishing hole on it yet, so I don't think it's useful right now.
Mm-hmm.
Next session, we'll finally have the map, the long-awaited map of the capital. Look, done. Get over it.
Yay.
Literally, whatever. Just use your imagination. Okay. So after the three of you congregate and head back to the fishing hole, you guys go deeper and deeper into the city. You know, as I've stated before, you know, there's a main road. All the shops lining the main road are like nice and pretty and like gentrified. But the deeper you go into the city behind those shops, the more run down, the more raggedy the buildings get. So, you know, as you're going deeper and deeper in, heading towards the fishing hole, everything looks a little bit more slummish, as they say. They definitely say.
Wow, this place looks slummish.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you guys go deeper and deeper in, and as you guys remember, the night you went to Speakeasy, right behind the butcher's place, it was busy that night because there was another speakeasy over at the fishing hole, but no one wanted to go over there because apparently the fishing hole was swarming with guards. Right. You guys remember?
Yeah, we totally remembered that.
So as you guys are approaching the fishing hole, you actually see some what's the fantasy version of like caution tape? You see caution
tape.
You see
Magic force field.
magic force field.
Magical force field.
Okay,
See a
okay.
barrier put up.
Let's just say you see guards. Guards are kind of like well, at the one alleyway that you're traveling into, they're up ahead. There are two guards on either side, like each of them like sitting against the walls of this one alleyway. And obviously you have to go through them to get to the fishing hole area. But yeah, you just kind of see them as you guys are approaching. Do you guys want to just go past? You want to talk to them? You want to try to go around these guards? We're using the guards as caution tape, by the way. They're the caution tape. They're just guards. They don't see you
we
yet.
just walk right through them.
So we can chat with them.
If you want to,
I love talking to caution tape.
you want to talk to them?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, as you guys approach the two tiefling guards who are posted up on this particular alleyway, you notice that they're a little different from the other guards you've talked to, especially like when you're doing your previous night watch thing, when you're talking to the guards along the main road. A lot of them were newbies, right? They told you that they just got there. You know, it's been only a couple months for them. They're kind of, you know, getting drunk. They weren't really paying attention to their job. Their attire is much different than these guards that you see posted up on this alleyway. These tiefling guards, like, they look rugged. They've looked like they've gone through battle. They're a lot older. They're decked out in like more armor. They've got battle scars. And they actually have weapons. So both of them have spears that they're just holding up. They're kind of just facing each other, chatting a little bit. So they don't notice you as you guys are slowly approaching. Also because it's dark. So as you fully approach, they kind of, you know, quit their conversation and turn their attention towards you guys. And once they spot you guys, or once they can see your faces a little bit more clearly, their once kind of tense body language softens as they kind of realize who you guys are. And one of them waves to you guys, and they're like, "Oh, you're Charuk."
Zephyr.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Nah, that's all you. Hero Trek, they directly.
Zephyr like turns his head as if he's like, who are they talking to? And then he's like, oh wait. And he's like, oh, I guess that's me. And then he approaches them. He gives them a formal salute. And he's like, hello. It is I guess. It is me, Zephyr, and the Furious Five. We're just on night duty. We're just patrolling the fishing hole. I'm just wondering if you've seen anything going on.
Ah, you're going up to the fishing hole, huh? They kind of glance at each other and they're like, you know, I think I remember. I think Dante said something about that. But fishing hole is it's right over there. They kind of point further into the distance, and they kind of just state that since they're so far from the fishing hole at the moment, or they're not really in earshot of anything, so they're not too sure. They're just there to make sure no one goes towards the fishing hole.
I see. Is there anything we should be on the lookout for?
They kind of glance at each other, giving each other like unsure looks, and they kind of just shrug.
All right. Well, that's all I had to ask. And then Zephyr turns to Gordon and waves to see.
I guess we should get a move on.
Yeah.
They just like step to the side and let you guys pass through.
All right. Thank you. Keep up the good work, I guess.
They salute you.
The hero of Trek thanks you.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, you guys go deeper and deeper until you reach sort of a big clearing. Obviously, you're walking through these like skinny alleyways. You guys reach a large clearing. It is kind of reminiscent of like the marketplace area where, you know, you have like the stalls on the middle with these big buildings around them of like established shops. Here in the middle is kind of this artificial lake that is connected to the ocean. So it's kind of like a big pond in the middle. And obviously there is a little sidewalk around the entire circle of this water. And then kind of these shops and stalls and stuff around that road. And in this clearing, there are a lot of guards there. They are in similar attire to the ones you just passed through that are like more suited up than the other guards that you've seen so far. Here, it's a lot more tense. A lot of them are standing around, kind of on guard. And as you guys approach closer, you smell a strange kind of. It's similar to the smell you smelled on the second floor of Vegan Delights. Something similar, not exactly the same, but kind of, you know, as you're getting closer and closer, you start to see just by the glint of the moonlight on the floor that there is this dark crimson blood-like substance. The guards are obviously not stepping around it, but there are a couple kind of surrounding something that you can't see over towards the right of this pond area. But yeah, that's what you see when you guys step into the fishing hole. No one really acknowledges you guys. They kind of just peek over at who entered in that don't look like a guard, and they're kind of like, it's those guys. But yeah,
I wonder what everyone's all on guard for.
Yeah, there's a lot of guards here, especially in that little area over there. Should we check out what they're looking at?
Everyone,
Oh my goodness.
make way for the hero of Shrek.
Are you shouting this?
He will.
Zephyr takes his head and pushes it out when you head into his shell.
Hear ye, the hero of Trek is coming through.
As you guys are kind of shouting these out, the guards, they all snap their heads towards you guys, and they all give each other weird looks, but they do kind of step out of the way for you guys. One of the guards, who looks a little bit younger, they kind of outstretch their arm. They look at you and they stretch their arm out at kind of this corpse that's on the floor. That everyone's crowding around. The guards that are around the corpse kind of move away so you can see it a little better. And on the floor, it seems to be a dead serpent.
Oh. What happened here?
The guard that motioned towards it to you guys, she kind of goes, well, you know, we've been getting a lot of serpent attacks lately, and, you know, that one just sprung up on us. So once Chomo's done examining the other one, she kind of points to a tent that is kind of propped up against one of the shops. There's a big trail of blood snaking from the pond towards the tent. And there are a couple guards posted around the tent. The tent is closed, so you can't see in it. But that's where she points to. And she's like, if you want to go examine everything, you can go check out the tent.
What do they do with the serpent bodies?
Well, you know, Chomo was called up from Mexcar to go examine, cause, these serpents, she kind of scratches her head. She's like, you know, it's not my area of expertise, but you guys might be interested.
And you said, Chomo? Who is that?
Chomo is the bait master.
Oh, Chomo. I believe we've heard of him before.
We've heard a lot about the masturbator.
Yes. Well, he's examining the serpent bodies at the moment.
I guess we could go pay him a visit. Are we just allowed to enter the tent?
Mia's gonna walk towards it.
We waddle away, waddle, to the very next tent. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys walk around the little fishing hole you guys are at. Following the trail of blood into the tent, you guys kind of prop open the entrance. Inside, you see the dog man, who you assume is Chomo. He's the only person in there. He has this big kind of butcher block table set up in there. And there is a big dead serpent on the table. This serpent is kind of slit open, with all of its guts spilling out. However, all of its insides are coated in kind of this black viscous liquid that you guys remember from your time like south of Churek near Xcar, especially with the cats. When the cats were born, it was the same kind of black liquid from them. So that's kind of what you see coated all over the guts of the serpents. Chomo's kind of there. He is examining things. He's looking through stuff through a microscope. He has this big old journal that he's scribbling things down on, and he's kind of so engrossed in his analysis that he doesn't notice you guys peeking in.
Hello.
Oh.
This is the hero of Churek.
Chomo, he stops what he's doing. He looks over at you guys and he kind of adjusts his glasses and he's like, "Oh, so it is." He kind of motions for you guys to enter.
Zephyr steps forward, just gives him like a friendly wave, and says, "You're Chomo, correct?"
Yes, that is me.
We actually visited your bait shop in Eshkar, but you weren't available at the time. You didn't need your apprentice, though.
My apprentice?
Or someone claiming to be your apprentice?
He was kind of weird.
Oh.
Almost as weird as a hero of Churek.
Anyways, we were hired by the Queen to investigate the going-ons of the fishing hole. Do you have anything to report? Anything that you found interesting?
Yes. He kind of wipes his paws off on his little lab coat. He grabs one of these journals. He has a lot of different journals on his little desk that he's writing on. He grabs one of them and he hands it to you guys. And he's like, "These are my findings so far. Nothing too important, but it's all I could figure out at the moment. But I'm still looking through."
Can we flip through the journal? Just like through random
You
pages?
just want to read through it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, as you are looking through the journal, he kind of writes about how the insides of the serpents, obviously seem to be coated in this black liquid that you guys remember from, obviously, the birth of the cats. But he writes it as he remembers this same black liquid found in the fiends from several years ago. That's specifically what he writes. And he kind of writes about how this black liquid, he believes, is causing these serpents to be more violent recently. And how, though this like black sludge is the same that they found in the fiends from like years ago, this sludge is a little different. It's denser, it's darker, and he's still examining it a little bit more closely. So those are his current findings.
What are these fiends that you have written down?
He kind of squints down at the book that you guys are reading. He's like, yes, the fiends. He kind of then looks up at you guys. He kind of raises a brow and he's like, do you guys remember what happened 5 years ago?
We weren't on the island 5 years ago.
Has anyone told you?
No one has.
He kind of reels back, thinking for a moment. Looks like he's hesitating to say even more. But he kind of just waves it off and he's like, you'll have to ask someone else.
Okay.
Why can't you tell us?
I don't think, if you guys don't know, I don't think I should be telling you guys.
Who should we ask then?
he kind of thinks for a moment, as if like, you know, the faces of a ton of people are going through his brain at the moment, trying to pick the right one to tell you guys. But he looks you guys up and down. He glances over at your sword sheath, Zephyr. And then he kind of looks you in the eyes. And he kind of raises one bushy white eyebrow. And it's like, perhaps someone at the palace could tell you.
Deuce.
Okay. Well, thank you for that information. Is there anything we can do while we're here on night patrol?
Oh, yes. I would love you to do a little something for me. And then he kind of turns around, he shuffles over to his desk, and he's like, there's one thing. Totally forgot what it was. But I needed someone to fetch something for me. And then as he's kind of reaching around through all his journals and papers, looking for whatever notes he took down for what he wanted, you kind of hear a lot of shuffling outside of the tent. A lot of the armor clacking and clanging against, you know, the armored guards. And they're kind of running around shouting. And as they're shouting, it gets louder and louder. And then Chomo, he kind of whips back, adjusting his glasses, and he's like, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
What's all this shouting?
And then
Oh,
what are you gonna do?
Just peek out the tent.
As you peek out of the tent, it's a little hard to see. A lot of the guards are running around now, and you hear one word being repeated over and over again. And they're shouting, "Chimera! There's a chimera!" And as they're shouting, you kind of hear the screech of a creature very close to you guys as water splashes all around.
Master Chomo, I believe there's a cat outside.
Oh, I don't like cats. Get rid of it.
You can eat this one, Gordon.
Oh. You sure about that?
Yes, this one.
Just this one?
Just this one, yes.
Enough talking, guys.
Gordon runs away. I'm kidding.
We head out of the tents and we prepare to fight.
Oh, why are we
Okay.
fighting?
You guys run out of the tent, and you kind of hear a lot of splashing. A lot of the tieflings like screaming, yelling, and up in the air, you kind of watch as the last of its body snakes out of the water. It is a large creature, and it's kind of an amalgamation of what seems to be a serpent, a goat, and a bat, all into one creature. It's got like the face of a goat and the body of a serpent, and you know, these large bat wings, and it's kind of screeching at guards. The guards are scrambling around, but you watch as it kind of just slams its tail into the guards, knocking them over. So let's roll for initiation.
Let's go.
Why are we fighting? I didn't agree to this.
You have to fight.
You sure about that?
I rolled 14.
14?
I have a 13.
18.
Wow.
Okay. Garden. Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
You know, if we didn't
Alright.
come here, we wouldn't have to be stuck with this thing.
Oh.
Could have just hung out with Valentine.
Oh. Alright, I'm setting down things. Oh gosh. Okay, well, the chimera takes its first turn, kind of swishing the guards around and slamming its tail into them. But next, it's Wiggins' turn. You guys are currently situated in front of the tent. And the creature is, you know, right in front of you above the little pond area thing. But it's facing kind of away from you guys at the other guards.
Can I inspect it?
What is D&D inspecting? What are you inspecting for?
Any weak points?
Weak points.
Oh.
Investigation, maybe?
His bunghole.
Oh, I mean,
Ooh.
does it have a bunghole? Roll,
Everything
yeah,
has
I
a
guess roll
bunghole.
for investigation.
Alright. Ooh.
You have plus
I
10.
think you can
maybe?
stop your goggling. You're googling and goggling. I don't think there's any need at
You're
this
ogling.
point.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Wait, he looks away.
Well, you look really hard.
Look really hard.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't see anything. It's a chimera.
It's a giant serpent. What do you mean you don't see anything?
It's too high in the air.
If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. See ya. Wade walks away.
Are you really?
No, no.
Okay, I'll say your inspection was like a bonus action.
Okay. All right.
You inspect
All
it,
right.
and you definitely see it.
Oh, yeah.
Well. I'm going to I'm going to take cover
Okay.
Oh. What are you
behind
covering?
like a rock or
There's no rocks.
or some. No.
There's a tent, and there's other
What's happening in the
guards,
tent?
and there's Gordon and Zephyr.
I go back in the tent and I say to Mr.
Chomo.
Chomo, hey, are you good at fighting?
No.
No.
Well, shit.
I fish.
They're
Well-
a masturbator.
Yeah.
Well,
Not master fighter.
can your mastery of baiting help bait this
No,
thing to
no.
come to the ground or something?
No.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna wait in here then.
Okay. Is that all you
Peter
want to
laid
do?
his turn.
He looked at it. He went back to it. That's it.
What was the plan
It's in the
here?
air. I can't do anything. I don't have a bow.
Well, I hope you think of something for your next turn. All right, Zephyr.
Speaking of having a bow, Zephyr reaches for his bow, he knocks an arrow, and he aims it towards the chimera's wings.
Okay.
So I would have to roll for attack, correct?
Yes.
A nat 20.
Wow. Okay.
What
Well,
in the world?
it's a definite hit. Now roll for damage.
What do I roll for damage again?
What's
How much is your bow?
Bow.
Yeah. What's your bow?
1d6 plus 3 piercing. Okay. Where's the d6? I got a 6.
1d6 plus,
And
what was
then
it?
I'm also going to use my sneak attack, which I can use once per turn, to deal an extra 1d6 of damage. Because it's facing away from us, I have advantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
So 6 plus 5 plus 3.
I'll let you roll another d6 since you got in that 20.
Okay. Oh, 1. So 6 plus 5 plus 1 plus 3, 15 damage.
You only
Alright.
have 1 hit die?
My short bow is 1d6 plus 3 piercing. That's how you use it, right? I thought hit dice was for like healing HP.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're, yeah. Alright, Zephyr, right into the fire battle. He takes aim, aims perfectly, shoots perfectly at, I am assuming the wing towards you guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, are you aiming like, or are you aiming on the wing? Like at the base of the wing, or like just,
Where it like connects to the body.
okay. You manage a clean hit while Wei is running back into the tent. The creature wails. And it kind of drops down a little bit more, but it regains a little bit more composure back into the wing. It is swinging a little more lethargically now. But it turns its attention towards you guys now. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Zephyr?
And then Zephyr's like, and that's why they call me Hero Druid.
Now he owns it.
And then he ends his turn.
All right, Gordon. It's facing towards you now. It's screeching. It's a little closer to the ground. You got a spell or anything, or?
Well, I forget if are cantrips bonus actions? No, right?
No.
Okay.
Mm.
I will just use Thunder Wave on the creature
What does that do?
in a 15-foot area, so I'll make a cube around the
Oh. Oh, what? Oh.
Oh wait, never mind.
Okay.
Never mind, I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
I just magic missile at the creature.
All
And I'll
right.
also aim at the same wing that Wayug was shooting.
No, Zephyr.
Oh, Zephyr, yeah. Wayug didn't shoot anything.
The one that Wayuk was looking at really.
Yeah, I don't know Wayug was looking at very intensely.
Okay, what does magic missile do? How much damage?
1d4 plus 1 per dart. It's 3
Okay,
darts.
give me a roll.
Oh yeah!
7, 8,
10.
total? 10?
10 damage.
Magic missile in D&D is just like auto target, right? You don't have to roll for accuracy.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
automatically hits.
it's automatic.
Okay. You shoot your missiles, and are you aiming
I
at
go
the
Miska,
same?
Muska, Mickey Mouse. And I am aiming at the wing that the fear was at, but not quite in the same spot. I'm just kind of shooting at the wing. So
Just
it hits
anywhere?
different areas.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, Gordon does his little Mickey Mooska, Mickey Mouse, and missiles start shooting out, and they hit the Chimera. It wails again, and it kind of like the entire wing kind of pauses for a moment, and it slams into the ground, kind of right in front of you guys. So now, like half of its body. Most of its serpent body is back in the water, but now its massive goat head is kind of right in front of you guys. And, you know, its beady little weird goat eyes are like staring at you guys, and you can like feel its breath on your face as it breathes, as it heaves. And the other wing that has not been hit yet is kind of like splashing around in the water. Is there anything else Gordon wants to do?
I walk towards the creature.
It's like right in front of you. You don't have to look to it.
Oh, how convenient. Alright, no, that's all.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, it is the Chimera's turn. It kind of attempts to regain its composure. It doesn't have any feet. Its entire body is kind of wing, or not wing, snake, and then like the big old wings. But it kind of shakes its head back up. And it kind of props its like the front of its snake body up against the wall of the pond. And it's going to swing at Gordon. It opens up its massive goat mouth, and it aims towards Gordon. Does it?
I use counter.
Oh, what is counter?
No, I don't use counter.
There's no counter.
There's no counter. 9 does not hit.
Hold on, I am reading this.
Oh, how much damage does he have?
It says +7 to hit, so that means it hits you, right?
Yeah, it hits me.
Oh. Okay. It aims for you. Oh my. And it engulfs you.
Oh,
What?
It's big
like
old
I'm in him?
Yeah, its big old goat mouth crashes down over Gordon. And he brings his head back up to bring Gordon down into its throat. Hurting Gordon for 7 damage.
Dang.
Yummy.
So now Gordon's kind of just sitting in its mouth. Yeah, it don't smell good in there.
Oh no.
It don't. Alright.
He's not poisonous or anything, is he?
We don't know that. Anyway, Wayug. It's Wayug's turn.
Well,
As you
I'm
ran
resistant to poison anyway.
As you ran back into the tent, you kind of hear Zephyr, shoot an arrow, and Gordon kind of, you hear missiles, and then does Gordon scream as he's yeah, and then you hear Gordon's voice getting Gordon's screaming voice in the distance as it reels back.
Well, I guess it's my time to shine now. All right. So how exactly does key work? What does it work when, like, at the beginning of my turn, or does it work like during something? So what I'm referring to is there's patient defense. You can spend 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on your turn. Do I
How much
spend
key
that
points
key
do you
point?
have?
2. Since we're level 2, correct?
Is that how monk works?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm reading it. All right, and then you wanna do what?
I think does patient defense kind of like proc me to have an extra dodge action, or is it like in the moment I spend?
It readies it for if the enemy attacks you.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And does that consume my action?
If you're spending a key point, it is a bonus action, not your main action.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so you're gonna use patient defense.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Use patient defense. I go like this.
Oh dear. In the tent.
Yeah, while you're in the tent.
It's almost like
You're just meditating inside.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh,
All right. I am now patiently defended.
okay.
All right. Time to beat this thing up.
All right. Main action.
Main action, I run out of the tent
All right.
and I see Gordon being gobbled up, and I'm just like,
Hey. He's supposed to eat you.
Oh, is this an intimidation?
no. I say that, and then I charge at the chimera. I'm gonna do I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
With unarmed, or with my claws, rather.
All right. Roll to hit.
1d6 plus. Hey!
Oh.
That's pretty good.
All right, and so that's +1 slashing damage, I believe.
How much total?
7. Or does my strength modifier? I think it's just 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're slashing at it's the body it's using to prop itself against the wall? Or are you aiming towards the face?
I'm aiming towards like the I guess abdomen / throat.
Okay.
Hopefully so that I can like make it regurgitate.
All right. Can you explain wait how you do it?
Okay,
Do
so
you jump up or
yes, I jump up.
All right.
And I do like a swinging slash thing as I try to slash its throat.
Do you do it with your hand? Or do you have a weapon?
Yes, with my claws.
Oh, turtle claws. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Wayu jumps up and slashes at the chimera's throat, leaving a little gash. You kind of pull off some scales, some of the serpent scales off of it, as you jump back down. The chimera, Gordon, as you're in it, the chimera, you can feel the vibrations of the chimera as it kind of screeches. And at the slash, the chimera kind of gags and you pop out of its mouth, kind of landing right next to the tent, not breaking or anything, just right next to it. and you are covered in the black sludge, but you are out of the throat.
Yucky.
And is that the end of your turn, Wade?
I also have another question.
Yes.
All right, so can I spend 2 key points in the same turn?
Oh, if you already used a bonus action to spend one, I don't think you can.
You can only do 1 bonus action per turn.
Okay. So my patient defense was the bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, does that...
You might be able to do flurry of blows.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What is
I was
that?
thinking... so after I take my attack action on my turn, I can spend 1 key point, make 2 unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay.
So
You wanna do that?
if I'm able to spend 2 key points, and I have my is my dodge action also procced for like later turns, or is it only that turn?
Okay, so you can spend as many key points as you like during your turn, but you can only have 1 bonus action, which you used for patient defense, but you can still proc Fury of Blows, because that's not a bonus action.
Okay. Oh, I thought Fury of Blows was a bonus action.
It doesn't specify that it is one, so...
Okay. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm just gonna play it safe. So I'm not gonna attack again.
Okay. So, you done?
Oh wait, it is a bonus action. My bad.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Zephyr. You watched the serpent spit out Gordon.
Gross.
Oh.
Zephyr,
Yummy.
he runs and makes a bit of distance between him and the serpent.
Alright.
And then he prepares to shoot another arrow.
Alright.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's a 7. Do I add anything to that, or is it just a 7?
Do you have anything that adds to it?
Isn't your attack bonus?
Is that how it works? What is my attack bonus?
You should have a bonus.
For your weapon?
I don't remember how this works.
I don't have your character sheet open. Let me look.
I feel like you should definitely have a modifier for it. What is the modifier?
Okay, yeah, you add your ability modifier, which I believe mine is dexterity, so 10.
That makes sense. 10? That does not hit.
Oof, I just miss.
Yeah, you go a little too far, and I guess, you know, your eyesight's a little blurry. It's a little dark. It's a little dark. You miss your hits. Is there anything else you want to do? Bonus action?
For my bonus action, I'm just gonna hide.
Okay, let's say you ran back into another alleyway to make more distance, because there's not a lot of room around the fishing hole. So
Yeah.
you can easily, slide behind something. And that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Gordon, you are spat out, you are hurt, but you're covered in black sludge, which kind of hurts. Kind of stings.
Very uncomfortable. But then I sit there and I close my eyes and I feel the energy of the earth and sky pulling into my body.
It's talking.
I am one with the world. I am the world. And I feel thunder coursing through my body, and then I cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
So in a 15-foot cube originating from me, everything must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me. But I also have... I can sculpt my spells, so I can choose up to 1 plus a spell level's creature to automatically save against my spells and take no damage. So obviously Yug and I guess Saphir, I'll make sure that they don't get hit as well.
Okay. So it's Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
Ooh, 18.
Yeah, it doesn't pass.
So does
So
it not work at
you
all?
still take...
He still takes damage.
No. You take you roll 2d8s and then you take half the damage.
2d8. 9. Are we going 4 or 5?
Probably 4.
I'll say 5 just to be nice. Alright, you cast.
And then wait.
Oh,
And then here's the
what?
fun part about it. Here's the fun part about it. So unsecured objects within the area are also pushed 10 feet away. So as I do it, a loud boom is emitted, and all the slime that was on me absolutely splashes all over Yug.
Wait, doesn't this affect the tent too?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, Gordon. A big boom arose from Gordon as all the sludge is pulled off of his body, along with the tent that Chomo is in. Everything kind of just goes, just outwards from Gordon. Chomo looks around. He's kind of holding, he's holding a scalpel. He's kind of looking around as his specimen has flown away along with his tent. He's kind of like, hello?
Master Chomo, it's getting real. You might wanna get out of here.
That's a good idea. He kind of takes a good look at the Chimera because he hasn't seen it yet. But he kind of looks at it, and all the color drains from his face as he drops his scalpel, and he kind of jogs away. And he kind of mutters, he's like, I think that's bigger than all the serpents we've seen. It's not.
I looked down at my
This,
body and I noticed my shirt was also torn off, and I'm like, well, it is what it is.
Okay.
His chiseled abs shine in the moonlight.
His chiseled
they're not abs.
dwarf. All right. The Chimera, screeches. It huffs. It's flailing around. And that's what it does for its turn. It flails around. It's kind of just screeching. It's flailing around. Like its tail is like hitting the other guards who can't really do much. But they're all kind of just like, they're like trying to do something, but they're also like stepping back, and they're like, oof, I don't know about this.
What are they doing?
As the Chimera is just like whirring around, like screeching. And now it's Wig's turn again.
Must we do everything around here?
Oh,
I mean, we as in us three.
oh,
Says the one who went into the tent to
We talk nothing about that. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to once again engage and run up to it, jump, and do the slash thing.
All right.
the slash thing.
Yes.
Give me
I
your
will hit it with
rolls.
an unarmed strike. All right. Do I need to roll for hit?
Yeah, roll a hit.
Okay. And that's a d20. All right.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Actually, you already hit, so maybe a modifiers.
okay.
You're good. All right,
Gotcha.
damage.
All right. Hey. 7.
7. All right. Are you scratching the same place?
Yes.
All right. You leap up in the midst of its thrashing and take a nice clean swipe, and it kind of stops thrashing. It reels back again, kind of reeling back its head up to the sky as it screeches. Or I guess, can someone do a goat screech for me? I'm waiting.
Nice.
I'm waiting. I need a goat screech. I need
Oh,
a.
you didn't get it?
Oh,
Did you do one?
Yeah. I guess my mic didn't pick it up.
do it deeper. Not the cutoff. Yeah, that's what it says. Anything else?
Yes. I spend another one of my key points and take Fury of Blows as a bonus action.
All right. You have to
Alright,
roll
do
a
I
hit or
need
anything.
It doesn't say anything about rolling to hit.
And well, you're using a key point, so let's just assume it hits.
Okay.
All right, let's roll
Alright.
damage.
What's it?
0.
Oh.
2 unarmed
That'd be awkward.
strikes. All right. So 5 and 3.
7 total.
8.
8 total. And are you swiping at the same area? Are you slashing the throat again?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, you take another slash. You've pulled off a lot of its scales already, so you are slashing into flesh now. And kind of this black, sludgy blood starts spewing out of its neck. And kind of as you fall back to the ground, it also, its big goat head kind of crashes down as well next to you onto the hard floor. So it's kind of just, resting its head on the pavement now. Its throat is like bleeding out all over the pavement, but it's kind of hard for it to lift its big old goat head now. So its other good wing is still thrashing around the water, and the rest of its body is like attempting to swim around or swim back up to an upright position, but for the most part it's beached. It's beached. All right, Zephyr, you are
I'm just gonna.
decent distance away at the moment, but it's on the ground.
Yeah, I'm hidden at the moment, so I get advantage. So I'm just gonna roll to see if I can hit it with an arrow.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I miss again.
What's your modifier?
It's 3, so I rolled a 9, which was worse than last time.
Ew. Yeah. Let's just say while you were trying to hit it, it was during when it fell to the ground. So it's just not good timing.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'll just use my bonus action to hide again.
Okay. Gordon.
Doing a
What are you
doing
saying?
a great job, hero of Shrek.
He shot it once. He had a good D20
yeah,
hit,
I did 15
and then
damage in one hit and brought it down
that's
to the
it.
ground. If it
That's
was still
it.
flying around, you wouldn't be able to do anything. So
Yeah.
All right, Gordon.
Alright.
The big old chimera. It's dropped its head. It's right next to you and laying on the ground. It's kind of just bleeding at you. Its little beady goat eyes staring at you as it huffs.
Hold on. Let me roll something real quick.
Oh. And they're running.
All right.
Oh, what? I'm scared.
I rolled a
I
19.
just had to roll, you know, just in case
For what? Huh?
whether or not you guys can get trolled or not.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What the?
Was the 19
Well,
good or bad?
Yeah, luckily it was good, I suppose. Anyways, Gordon's feeling very confident, walks right up to the fallen head and stares the chimera straight in the eyes and starts to chant once again.
Oh.
And as he is chanting, he goes, "Flash of eternity, emerge from thine art, and engulf this sacrifice in crushing darkness, disappear." And he bites his tongue, and blood comes out of his mouth.
Oh.
And as he is in the middle of chanting Thunderwave, it ends up casting, but just barely.
Oh.
What?
So that
Is that from a distance? This
Constitution
is like a
saving roll.
little fizzle.
Yeah, Constitution roll.
11.
The roll as well.
Yeah, so it's 2d8.
2d8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
4.
Oh, this is a 4.
Never mind.
Ooh.
Well, your thunder wave hits Chimera's face on the
Alright.
ground,
It's because I bit my tongue. That's what happened.
and it lets out another frazzled insert goat scream right now. Do it.
Ah!
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Is that pretty good? And its tongue lolls out of its mouth, and it's like heaving. Anything else you want to do, Gordon?
And then Gordon sits down.
Oh, you sit?
Yeah.
Shirtless?
Yeah. Shirtless and now shortless.
Okay. Well, now the Chimera's head on the ground, and it's a bit immobile at the moment. A lot of the guards start to rally around its face now, kind of stepping in front of you guys, and they're like, "Step back, guys! You're hurt!" And they're like staring at Gordon. And then they start all screaming and like piercing the goat's face with various spears and swords. You kind of just hear it like scream as it's being pierced, and a bunch of the black sludgy blood starts to pool around the face. And eventually, its bleeding kind of just comes to a stop as its flapping wing in the water slowly stops until the entire body is limp. And it's dead! Yippee!
Yippee!
I almost died.
Him.
How much HP are you on right now?
Whenever we fight, Gordon always almost dies.
If you count me biting my tongue, I'm at 11 HP.
That's not bad.
Oh. Well, as the Chimera comes to a stop, the guards are all like huffing and like taking off their helmets, and they're like, "Oh man," like blah 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 blah. A lot of the guards come to each of you individually, and they're kind of like giving you a pat on the back. They're like, dang, you guys were like
The hero
crazy.
track. Hero, 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 hero.
Yeah, and then some of them are like going around Gore, and they're like, "Are you okay? Are you like, you good?"
As they're asking me, I'm still going hero, hero,
Oh.
hero.
You're like blacking
hero.
out. But yeah, they're all just crowding around it, and they're like, "Man, like, what do we do about this?" Like, blah 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 blah. Zephyr, I assume you come back over to the group. You guys are kind of
I take my time. I
Yeah.
walk back slowly.
okay. You guys kind of reunite as you're kind of watching the guards walk around and like trying to figure out what to do. Some of them are reporting back to the palace. Anything you guys would like to do here while chaos is sort of ending?
Hero, hero.
Zephyr looks around and sees if Chomo is still here.
Chomo, he kind of appears back. He's like slowly walking over, and he's like, "Ooh, is it dead, guys?"
Zephyr goes over to him and he nods and says, "Yeah, I think we got it. Would you like to take a look at the chimera?"
Oh man, he kind of puts his hands on his hip, and he's like, "I guess so. I don't really know much about goats, but I'll take a peek at the body." He kind of just wallows over. He's like, "Yep, that's a chimera. Yep."
Have you seen these before?
Oh, these types. He looks over. He's like, "Well, I've seen the other animals individually. I can't say I've seen them all together or this big, but
What are they doing in the capital?
well." He kind of looks down at all the black, sludgy blood pooling around. He's wearing his fisherman boots, so he's not affected. But he kind of steps around in it. He's like, "Well, this black sludge is the same black sludge I saw in all those serpents. So that might have to do with something. But I've never seen it in the blood, the actual blood. I think." He ponders for a moment. And he's like, "Well, in any case, it's not a good sign. What do you guys think?"
Do you know of a slime?
Slime?
Yes, a big, slimy blob thing.
I don't know. That's it's not a marine creature, so that's out of my expertise. I think. Or
It
slimes.
was in a marine area.
Oh, was it?
Perhaps you will know what area we talk about. It is a waterfall around
Waterfall.
from somewhere between here and your business.
Oh, yes, the holy waterfall.
Yes.
I've been there plenty of times, but I can't say I've seen a slime.
Okay, because we killed something.
A slime?
Yeah, a big weird slime thingy, and that was trying to eat the kittens.
It was in the waterfall?
Yes.
How big we talking here?
Oh, big.
Oh, I've never seen such a big slime, especially when the waterfall. So, what's up with that?
Good question. I was asking you.
Oh,
It's clear he doesn't know anything about the slime, but do you know if there's any connection between the black sludge and the holy waterfall?
black sludge and a holy waterfall. He ponders for a moment, swimming through his memories, and he's kind of like, well, I guess back when the sludge was when it first sprung up, we did use the holy water on it to cure it in a way. Speaking of which, your friend might want to bathe in some of the holy water. He kind of looks over at Gordon. You know,
Where can I get holy water?
Oh, well, you just go back down to the waterfall and maybe take a bath in it real quick. You should be all good to go.
About that.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
It's nothing really.
Oh, well, like I said, ain't no problem. Just go back over to the holy waterfall, take a nice little bath, and you should be good to go.
What will happen if I don't take a bath?
Oh, kind of looks you up and down. He's like, you know, I've never had the pleasure of bathing in this black sludge. And you know, you were in really how do you say, more very, very black sludge all over your body. In fact, you were in a creature. So the effects of that, you know, there hasn't really been a precedent for that, so I'm not really sure. But you know, how do you feel, champ? You feeling good? He kind of lightly pats your back. I was like, well, that's good. Yeah. He kind of looks back over at the chimera. He looks it up and down. He kind of mutters under his breath. He's like, the queen's not gonna like this one.
What do you mean by that?
He looks over at you guys. He's like, well, you know, we kind of have to get rid of this thing before, you know, the residents see this and freak out. So we might have to call some of the arcanists over at the little school they got over there. And he points over to the library where the academy is connected to.
Know someone from there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, he doesn't know me though.
You got a weird stalking someone? You got a crush on one of them or something?
No.
Oh.
So they're very suspiciously.
No, I listen, I do not indulge in the ways of the flesh.
Oh.
Well, I mean. Okay.
I only drink.
I mean, yes, sir. Chomo quickly turns around to go back to looking at the chimera. And I'm like, well, that's a big one.
That's a big one. That's a big one, alright.
And
so
then,
can we help?
Oh, turns over to you guys and he's like, well, at the moment, I think it would be good to get this guy back to the palace and get examined in their special, whatchamacallit, whatever they use, their
Dinglehopper.
Yeah, they're Dinglehopper. So we gotta figure out how to transfer this. He motions to the entire chimera body to that, and he points to the palace atop the hill. You guys got any ideas? You heroes of Churek or whatever?
Magic.
He has no magic.
Just turns to Gordon.
I don't think I have magic for that. It's a big creature.
Well,
Surely there's got to be some other wizards here in the guards.
he kind of looks over at all the guards, and he's like, you know, they don't really do magic anymore. Those tieflings.
Oh.
Well, you know, at least, you know, You know.
No.
The new tieflings, or I guess the old tieflings, or island tieflings. Yeah, island tieflings. They don't really do magic no more, so time to go over to the academy.
Okay.
You want
Alright,
to go
let's go
find
to the-
Professor Worm?
Oh yes, my favorite person.
Oh,
It is dark though, so I don't know if anyone is at the academy.
oh, we can find out.
And I crack my knuckles.
Oh. Chomo gives you guys a concerned look.
I don't think
Probably-
there'll be anyone there.
Why don't you just ask that guy? What's that guy's name? The Queen's whatever?
Bunir?
Yeah,
The Queen's
Bunir.
Iconist?
Yeah. Why are you going to the academy? Wouldn't he be concerned about this chimera?
Oh, yes. He definitely would be, Chomo says.
And I'm sure he can help us transport it. No?
I don't think he leaves the palace all too often.
But he can control people who do.
Well, we have all these knights here. Maybe we could
Heave
just...
ho, heave ho.
to the tiny alleyways.
How big is this serpent?
Well, you know, the go-ahead's pretty big. It gulped up Gordon. I would say it's about, the head is like about the size of, maybe Vegan Delights.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Ow.
That
Heave
differs
ho,
depending
heave
on
ho.
how big you think Vegan Delights is in your brain, but...
Heave ho, heave ho.
It's a 2-story building, so.
Yeah, it is a two-story building.
Perhaps we should get the Arcanist to help us.
I guess we can. Yeah.
Alright. You guys want to head back? Are you guys getting Veneer?
I guess.
I think Bunir's awake. I feel like Bunir would have a higher chance of being awake over the professor.
Maybe we can report to the night guard person and then ask if Bunir would be able to help us.
What's his name again? Dante.
Dante, yeah, or Arya if she's there.
Arya's day shift.
Oh yeah.
Well, surely Dante will understand.
Why do you say it like
Wait.
that?
I don't think Dante thinks we're supposed to be here, right?
Wait, we told Dante we were here.
Wait,
Did we?
You
Yeah.
did. Zephyr specifically told Dante that.
My bad.
He literally told him, and he was like, "Oh."
That's why the
I
guard.
guess.
That's why the guards knew that you're coming.
He
Okay.
was like, "I guess." We're supposed to come up all secret and stuff on with, you know, what's her face, Arya backing us up, and then
Yeah, Zephyr kind of just forgot.
we see that.
All right, what's
Okay,
the
I
plan?
guess we're heading back. Yeah, we're gonna go report to Dante and then see if we can enlist the help of Bunir or anyone else in the palace to transport the Chimera to the palace.
All right.
All aboard!
Okay, you guys heading to the palace, right?
Yeah.
All right, you guys head back to the palace pronto. You guys are led in, and now you guys are at the main lobby of the palace.
Wait, we're going to the palace. We're not going to go see Dante.
No, I
Oh.
thought we were going to the barracks in the palace.
You guys head to the barracks then. Once you head into the barracks, Dante glances over at you guys and he's like, Well, welcome back.
Killed something.
Oh.
Gordon's still shirtless.
He folds his arms, and he kind of rolls his eyes, and he's like, "What is it now?"
What is it? So we might have helped kill a chimera. I believe it's what it was called.
All right.
And yeah, it was dealt with, but it is now just kind of lying on the ground of the fishing hole. And we were just wondering what we should do with it.
Right. How big is this chimera? Surely we can just wheel it up.
Big.
Maybe like a couple buildings long.
Oh.
It's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big chonker.
He kind of writes all this
Chonky.
stuff down. He runs a hand through his hair and he's like, well, I guess we gotta rely on some magic here.
Is there anyone we should go fetch?
Yeah, I guess Bunir would be the best choice.
Okay. Do you know where he is at the moment?
Let's see. He kind of checks over at the clock. He's like, he's probably... well, you guys know where the basement is?
Don't believe we've gone there before.
Alright, he puts his notepad back in his pocket. And he goes over to his desk and shuffles around a little bit. Before he takes out a key. And he hands this key over to you guys. And then he kind of gives you directions towards the basement. And with you guys knowing your limited knowledge of the palace, you kind of understand where he's telling you to go. But he tells you to go over to the basement, and once you're in the basement, just look through all the rooms until you find Bunir's lab.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk to Dante about before you guys head off?
No. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Okay, well, you guys walk to the palace. It is a little unnerving at night since none of the servants are really awake. And it's a little dark. It's a little dark, but obviously there are lights. You guys find the door to the basement. It is kind of hidden in like a storage room, but there's a big padlock on it. You kind of just open it up, and you enter, and there's a big spiral staircase going down. So it is like pitch black in there. If anyone would like to take out a torch, perhaps, or just go down blind.
Or I can just use dancing
You
lights.
could.
Yeah. With my swollen tongue, I say Miska, Muska, Missy Mouse, and 2 dancing lights pop out, which trails along us.
All right, you guys head down the spiral staircase. It's a little dusty, it's a little musty, but once you get to the end, you are now in a long, dark hallway. There are a few torches kind of lined on the walls that are lit, but it's like a long, snaking hallway, and there are doors everywhere.
Oh,
Do we hear any noise downstairs?
Give me a roll. Everyone give me a roll for perception.
21.
Oh,
13.
21.
Ooh, okay. Gordon, the most you can hear is like the flickering of the flame on the torches. Zephyr and Wei, you can hear a faint sound, just like a movement, kind of a little bit further into the distance. Yeah, everyone just head straight towards the noise.
Sure.
Alright, you guys start walking through the hallway. Most of the doors kind of look the same. You can't really see into them. But as you guys are walking towards the noise, you do pass by a rather large and grand looking door that is closed. If you guys would like to investigate it, if not, you guys can head towards the same noise. Anyone?
Wait, so the noise is coming from past this big door?
No. It's still down the hallway, but you're passing. All the doors kind of look the same except this one door that stands out.
Oh. I wonder why this door is different from the rest of them. Do you think this might be Bunir's lab?
Yeah, but let's do a little snooping.
What do you mean?
Like we usually do, you know, the lawful good that we are.
Awful good that we
Well,
are.
we're allowed to be down here, right? We're just looking for the lab. So even
Yeah.
if this isn't the lab, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Zephyr reaches for the door and
Okay.
gives it a turn to see if it's open.
They're handles, so you pull on it,
Okay.
and it opens up with a big creak.
Ooh, that was louder than I expected.
But as the door opens up, it's like a thick metal door. So it's a little heavy as you pull it open. But once it is open, inside it seems to be a larger room, but it is dark. If Gordon wants to shine put his dancing lights in there. Right, the lights
Dancing
go
light
up
stance.
to illuminate the room, and in this room, it appears to be a library of some sort.
Another library?
On this library, it is a lot smaller than the library that is obviously on the second floor of the palace. But this library is a lot more disorganized. All the shelves do not look as clean and pristine as they do on the other library. And there is one big table, one round table in the middle of this library room that is covered in open books that are tabbed, and there's journals and pages everywhere written in different languages.
Oh yeah, this is Bunir's.
I don't think it is, but I am curious. Zephyr steps into the library, remembering that there was a couple books missing from the history section in the library upstairs. And he looks around at the books that are down here.
Are you looking for any history of Trek books here?
Yeah, he wants to see if they've been stashed down here at all.
Give me a investigation roll. While Zephyr is looking around the books, do you two want to do anything?
18.
18. Gordon, wait. Curious? Not curious?
Not curious.
I kind of want to inspect some of the books that are on the table.
Okay, Wade's gonna inspect the books on the table. Give me an investigation roll for that one.
All right. 19.
19. Okay. Gordon's kind of just there, shirtless, giving you guys light.
Yeah.
Gordon, just give me a d20 roll or something.
10.
Okay.
Right down the middle.
Zephyr, you are peering around at these disheveled bookshelves. Some of the books are like turned the opposite way so that you can't see the binding. Some books are just stacked up in weird ways. It's kind of just like someone threw all this stuff together. But you do find a book that kind of catches your eye, called The Islands of Paradise.
Zephyr takes the book and he stashes it away for now.
All right. Wei, you are examining all of the written stuff on the table. What languages do you know again?
I know Common, Draconic, Celestial, and Gith.
Okay, as you are looking around these journals, you do recognize the handwriting. Some of them is, or a lot of them is Bunir's handwriting that you remember peeking at that one time you went over to him to bother him. But
Yes.
you do see a lot of it written in the language that you saw Bunir writing other things in that you don't know, but it's definitely Bunir's handwriting. However, within some of the language that you don't know, there are little like quotes of Common.
What do they say?
Some of them, a lot of the Common there is sort of written on the sidelines, and it's kind of written in a very hurried script, and a lot of it is kind of related to like on one of the pages he writes what if, like repeatedly, in like a hurried version of his handwriting.
Can I peer over while you shoulder and look at the book he's looking at?
Yeah, it's just like a random scrap piece of paper, but it's written in a language you don't know. And then it's
I
the what
cast
if.
Comprehend language.
That works on written stuff.
Yes, it does.
Hold on, I need to look for something in my notes.
And I look at it.
How does
and
it
I
work?
go,
Does it like in your brain, or you just know how it?
Like literally, it does kind of say you just know. Let me see. Let me read that to you. For the duration, you understand the literal language meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must touch the surface on which the words are written.
Okay, so you're touching the paper?
Yeah. Because I see,
Okay, how educated is Gordon?
Fairly educated?
Barely?
He was at
Fairly?
Monastery, studying
Okay.
for a while.
Wouldn't that just be your intelligence?
Oh yeah, we can use roll by my intelligence.
Oh, what is your intelligence?
It's 12.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Does it tell you what language you're reading, or do you just understand it? Like
No, I just
instantly?
understand it.
You just
I
understand
don't know
it?
what language it is.
Okay. As you touch the paper, the words of this language that you guys don't know, suddenly start to understand them. And it is kind of like written as a diary entry. Bunir is talking about it's very vague, but he speaks about how he's being pressured and that this is not what he wanted when he moved from his original island. And he says that he has to undo what he has like indirectly done. So he's done something that he didn't mean to do, and he has to undo it.
Oh.
And he starts talking about different spells, and he's like, he's kind of writing like, would this spell work? And he kind of writes out like, well, I could cast this one also, the possibility of this working could also work. And he kind of talks about like a spell called Wish, or a spell called Modify Memory, kind of spells related to that, like Feeble Mind, kind of just spells that are related to kind of controlling someone or altering their memory. And he talks about how like these spells, they are temporary, but what if you cast it over and over and over and over? Like, how would that affect someone's mind? So that's kind of what's written all over this entire page.
Guys,
it's written rather
Bunir
frantically.
Is crazy.
Does Gordon know
It
Bunir wrote it though?
looks-
Gordon doesn't see Bunir's handwriting.
Oh, I guess I don't know his Bunir. Well, then I'll go. Whoever wrote this, they seem a little crazy.
What does it say?
Well, it's talking about a weird spell, a wish spell. I'm no expert, but it looks like they might have been playing with stuff they weren't supposed to. Is this? Aren't we looking for? Whose library is this? Whose notes are these?
I think these are Bunir's. From what I can infer. Looks like his handwriting.
Hey, Zephyr.
Mm-hmm. You guys find anything?
Yeah, there's a weird little note over here talking about a witch spell. You heard of the witch spell?
No. What does it do?
I don't know. It's very vague, but it looks like he might have been misusing it. Can I just say what you said?
Sure.
Because, yeah. I read it out to them and explain to them that basically what Chu just said about the witch spell and him using it over and over, even though it's temporary, quote unquote.
Who do you think they'd be using the spell on?
Could it be used en masse?
You think maybe what do you think the black sludge is? You think it has to do with the wish spell? Maybe the creatures created by the witch spell, or have the black sludge as blood or something?
You can create creatures with the wish spell?
I don't really know.
From what you read, it sounds like they're erasing people's memory. I can't think of anybody.
The wish is very vague though, right? You know, they called it the wish spell. Could be a lot of things.
Perhaps they're...
Well, when we all came to the island, we didn't have any memory of how we ended up on here, right?
You're right.
And there's a lot of people we've talked to who they don't remember either why they came to Zurich. But it's not like they could use that on the entire island, right?
Hear me out. What if they used a big force field, and when people go in, they forget all their memories?
Oh my.
Your triangle.
But it's saying here what the writer's wondering what would happen if it was used again and again. So it couldn't just be for when they first arrived at the island, right?
Maybe it's...
What if they're using it on multiple people again and again?
Well, what would they want us to forget?
Why we're here? Dun dun dun.
Dun-dun-dun!
Dun, dun, dun.
Why are we here?
I'm not too sure, but this situation does seem very fishy.
We did come from the sea.
Do you guys think we should still go try and find Bunir?
Well, we gotta get the Chimera out of the place, don't we?
I think we're near the Chimera, or in this note and the Chimera are two different things. So yeah, I think we should still find Munir.
That's the second person now that we've met who seems to be doing things that they don't wish they were doing. Just something to keep in mind. Anyways, I guess we should head out before anyone notices we've been gone down here for so long.
All
In
right.
the words of a purple-hatted guy, let's go.
You guys head out of the library. No one else wants to do anything else? We all good?
I'm good.
Anything else you want to rent?
Rent.
Check out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we're good.
All right.
All right, let's go.
You guys head out of the library and keep walking down the hall until you find a door that actually has light coming from inside of it. There is it's nicer than the other doors that you see a lot. It's not as big as the library door you just went through, but it's a nice wooden door and it has a nice ornate looking kind of stained glass window with light coming out of it. You can't see in it because of the stained glass. Obviously, you can tell that there's light coming from this particular door, and you do hear the most sound coming from this door.
Can Zephyr press his ear to the door?
Yes.
Does he hear anyone talking?
No. You hear like one person kind of walking around, shuffling things. You kind of hear the clink of glass, and the occasional like other noises of like bubbling or like water noises.
What are we waiting for? I knock on the door.
Zephyr steps back.
Okay, as Gordon knocks on the door, the person behind the door kind of stops, and you hear yes, and it is Bunir's voice.
Bunir, is that you?
You hear some shuffling, and then the door opens up, and you do see Bunir. He is kind of in his usual getup. He kind of has an apron on, and he's kind of drying his hands with a rag. But he's kind of, he's peeking over at you guys, and he's like, hello?
Hi, Bunir. I believe we require your assistance. Existence. I was actually about to say resistance, and I was like, no, that's not right.
God, you just said everything at once. He kind of puts his rag back into his apron. He's like, whatever for.
We killed something.
Oh, we'll go with that.
He-
While we were on patrol down by the watering hole, the guards
Watering
and
hole.
us, fishing hole. I always say watering hole. The guards and us ran into a creature.
He raises one eyebrow.
It appears to have been a chimera.
He raises two eyebrows. And he's like,
From what we were told, this chimera is unusually large, about the size of various buildings. So we were having some issues with transporting it back to the palace.
how big exactly?
Well, the head is maybe the size of, let's say, like a small 2-story building.
Oh, he kind of sighs and he takes off his apron and hangs it up, and then he kind of scoots out and closes the door behind him. He's like, well, I guess take me there.
All right. I guess we just head out of the basement and start to lead the way back to the fishing hole.
All right, as you guys are sort of walking out, Bunir just follows behind you guys, rather silently, you know, just walking around with you guys. I don't know if you guys want to make small talk with him as you guys are walking towards the fishing hole, but if not, you guys arrive there promptly.
We make a bit of small talk. We're just like, hey, Bunir. So like, what are you doing up at this hour of the night?
He says, just research.
Research. Ah,
Is it related to the instances that have been going around the capital?
He kind of pauses for a moment and he just responds like, all my research is in favor for the palace.
I see. Would you happen to know anything about this black sludge? When we defeated the chimera, it seemed to have this like black substance in its blood.
Again, he kind of hesitates as he answers, but he's like, I'm actually investigating it at the moment as well.
Oh, then I guess this sample should help with your research.
He just silently nods.
Can I roll an insight check on Bunir?
Yeah. Is there anything specific you're insight checking for?
Well, it's clear he's hiding some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to know if he's like, he has any like evil energy. I don't know.
Vibe check. Yeah, vibe
like-
check.
Just a general
Okay.
insight vibe check. Ooh,
What is it?
that's a 12.
12. Well, you
That's a
know,
great
for
list.
all you've known Bunir for and all your interactions with him, he's more on the quiet side. He's a little awkward when talking to. He never seems like he wants to be there. So you're not
That's
sure
fair.
if his kind of avoiding your question is like he doesn't want to talk to you. You're not sure if he wants to hide stuff from you, or like, you know, you're just not too sure. But definitely something.
Okay.
Definitely he is uncomfortable. You can feel that, but you don't know if it's a mixture of like the topic or just how he is.
Hey, Bunir. Have you ever heard of a wish spell?
you know, ooh,
I think most people who are into magic know about the wish spell.
Oh, I'd never really heard of it before. What is it?
Well, they say the wish spell is the greatest spell any mankind can cast.
What does it do?
How do I explain this in like not technical terms? He explains it as a spell that lets you do whatever your heart desires. Asterisk by heart desires means that technically there are specific things you can only do with this spell, but it also the basic use of the spells is to like replicate any other spell of like high level. And you don't need to meet like any requirements for the spell. Or there's like set types of spells, spell effects you can pick from. In parentheses, look up D&D Wish. But Bunir explains it. Bunir explains it as what it's named after. Like you wish for whatever you want to. In parentheses, terms apply.
Wow.
If I had the wish spell, I could do whatever I want.
In theory.
I can become the king of Kirek.
He kind of shrugs and he's like, maybe. If you use it right.
Okay.
I say out of character.
That sounds like a pretty powerful spell. Do you know anyone who's able to cast it?
He kind of shakes his head and he's like, no, but we are training the scholars at the academy to hopefully cast a spell in the future.
Oh!
Do you say that out loud?
Oh! No, I don't say that out loud.
Yeah, that would probably be pretty helpful. If we had that spell, we could just wish for this chimera to teleport to the Valos.
Oh, is that how it works?
Well, Zephyr just assumes that.
Well, you guys make your way to the fishing hole. Obviously, the guards are guarding another alleyway that you guys are walking through, but they let you pass. And everyone, when they see Bunir, they do a deep, like 9-degree bow to him.
Oh.
So as you're walking through, like everyone's bowing. They kind of say hello to you guys, and they bow to Bunir, and eventually, you guys make your way to the Chimera. Bunir kind of takes a good look at it. Chomo, greets him. All the guards bow, and Chomo and Bunir, for a second, they kind of have a quiet conversation to each other before Bunir walks over to the Chimera. And he casts a spell. And as he's casting the spell, the body of the Chimera kind of shrinks proportionally. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller until Bunir is able to easily just hold it in his hands. Obviously, he kind of takes a rag out to put the body in, so his hands aren't all dirty. But he kind of wraps it up in this little towel, and he clutches it to his chest. And he's kind of like, "Well, all right."
What spell was that?
You're asking Bunir this?
Yeah.
He says he used the what's it called? Enlarge/shrink spell? Is that what it's called?
Oh.
But basically, it just makes a creature smaller or bigger.
Yeah, Zephyr turns to Gordon and is like, "You should learn that spell."
It's enlarge/reduce. Reduce. That's what it is. Reduce. That's the spell he used. But yeah, he's all
mentioned?
done.
Well, that was a lot easier than I thought.
Chomo kind of chuckles and he's like, "That's why I always need someone that knows magic." But yeah, Bunir has the Chimera in his hands, all wrapped up, and all the guards that you saw around are kind of sweeping up the street and like pushing all the blood back into the water. But obviously some guards are looking over at the water and they're like, you know, it's not really turning back to normal. It's like black sludge everywhere. But Tromo has his tent back up. He's back to looking at specimen stuff. But yeah.
Zephyr turns to Bunir and asks him if he needs an escort back to the palace.
Bunir kind of just shakes his head and he's like, no, it's okay. I can have a guard take me.
Okay, well, thank you for helping out with the situation. One last question. You mentioned you were researching the black sludge. What would happen if someone were to get into contact with the black sludge? Do you know?
Bunir thinks for a moment and he kind of mumbles under his breath. He's like, if that were to touch flesh, and he says, well, I haven't seen like a case like that before, but I would assume you would just use a spell to get rid of it.
Okay.
Something
Well,
like
what spell?
most
sorry.
likely like greater restoration, maybe.
Do you know that one, Gordon?
I do not.
Gordon's not-
Oh wow.
Yeah, but Bunir kind of just thanks you guys, and he's escorted off by another guard.
But I can use mending, so like, you know, if there's a hole in your shirt, I can, you know,
Stitch it up.
and I can, yeah, and then if you guys can't see, I can make lights and
It's very useful.
Can you mend?
and look, I can do this, and I cast predigitation, and I make fireworks pop out of my ear.
While you're shirtless. Gordon's so
I guess
useful.
that's cool. Can you mend the shirt back onto your body?
No, the hole's too big.
Oh.
I thought it flew
There's no-
off.
Yeah, it's gone.
There's no hole, there's no shirt. Okay, well, as you guys are watching Gordon use his spells in an attempt to look useful, the sun is slowly creeping back up over the horizon. And that's the end of your night shift and the end of today's session. Yippee! Yippee! Yippee!
We did it. We killed something.
Yay!
love
Oh yeah,
combat.
also, you guys get a level
I
up.
can't even.
You guys get a level
I
up.
can't use mage hand.
Let's go.
You guys get a level up. Yay!
Level up.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't forget, do your level up. I'm gonna put
Okay.
that
I wanna
in
get level 3.
the group chat right now. Level up
yeah.
to level, what level are you guys?
3.
3. Okay. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you everyone for watching on today's D&D was late by 3 weeks again session. But you know, we get back into the roll of things. JD is planning his campaign, so hopefully we can finish this one up. If you guys use your brain, and then we can start JD's.
Yeah,
nice
about
and fresh.
that.
Yeah, good job on not dying. Even though I was playing very nice for you guys.
Yeah, you
I
gave
was
us like 3 different.
ooh.
I mean, I did hit a nat 20 on the first roll.
he only
Yeah,
attacked
yeah.
once. You literally only attacked once.
Well, he was attacking a lot of other people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you guys are welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's so nice. Hopefully you guys learned something new on today's session that you can use for tomorrow's session. Or not tomorrow, next week's session.
Tomorrow.
D&D every day, guys! Oh my god. Any last words before we end stream? No, there's not 2 D&Ds. I misspoke. Any last words to
Thank you.
Oh, I get level 2 spells.
Oh, Gordon might be useful next time.
Damn.
I mean, those magic missiles did damage.
They did the damage.
And he read the book.
Oh yeah, Gordon did do useful stuff today.
I use my spells for something.
He used his lights. He used his language thing. I figured out a book. Wayu's doing stuff
Yeah.
and hiding in tents and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, guys, there'll be streams one day. One day.
One day.
One day.
Okay, everyone, say your last words. Say goodbye. D&D next week
Time to
maybe.
stream once human.
Yippee!
Galley stream. Are you gonna stream? I'll raid into you.
No, you're streaming.
No, I'm already done streaming. I already streamed
I
D&D.
can.
What are we doing?
I can actually use enlarge reduce at level 2. Look
Oh,
at that.
you gonna
look
get
at
it?
That. How about them apples?
Wow, you
I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm like,
Yeah, you
I
watch
learned that
Bunir do
spell
it.
Watching Bunir.
Yeah.
you watched him do it once, and you're like, I could do that.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's easy.
And then we're like, why didn't you do that then?
Okay, good night,
I can
everyone.
levitate.
Oh my gosh.
We can levitate
Do
60
your
feet.
level up off stream. Good night, everyone. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you guys for coming D&D. I hope stuff. Yeah. Okay, everyone, say your goodbyes.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
I can use dragon's
Good
breath.
night. Good night. Good night. Good night.